The Wire is AI generated. Just like humans, AI sometimes gets it wrong. Trust but verify the information contained in this podcast.
Welcome to The Wire, Agent Edition, the week in real estate presented in digestible bites. Hold on while our AI hosts take us on another ride through this week's top real estate headlines.
Hey everyone, and welcome to our deep dive, where we take a look at some of the latest trends and insights shaping the real estate world.
You got it. We're going to be diving deep into a collection of fresh real estate news and reports, really focusing on how you can use this information to make 2025 your most successful year yet.
And, we're talking specifically to the real estate agents and teams out there who are on the front lines of this dynamic market.
Absolutely, because the market's always changing and staying ahead of the curve is crucial for success.
So let's jump right in. The first thing that caught my eye is this whole concept of niche specialization.
Yeah, niche specialization, it's a big deal. And it's not just about luxury homes anymore. There are so many unique and potentially lucrative niches out there just waiting to be tapped.
The article 28 Real Estate Niches Brimming with Potential really opened my eyes to some of the possibilities.
Oh yeah, that article's a goldmine. I mean, they highlight some really interesting niches like work from home properties, smart homes, greenhousing, even properties with unique outdoor amenities.
It's fascinating to see how these trends are reflecting those bigger shifts in how people want to live and work.
Right, and that's the key takeaway here. It's not enough to just pick a niche. You have to understand the needs and desires of your target audience and become the go-to expert in that area.
So think about it. What unique interests or expertise do you have that could translate into a successful real estate niche?
Maybe you're passionate about sustainable living or have a knack for home technology, or perhaps you have a deep understanding of a particular architectural style.
It's about finding that sweet spot where your passion and expertise meet the demands of the market.
Exactly. And by becoming a true expert in a niche, you're not just selling houses, you're providing valuable insights and guidance to your clients.
That makes so much sense. Now let's shift gears a bit and talk about something that's been generating a lot of buzz in the industry, buyer agreements.
Yeah, buyer agreements have been a hot topic lately, especially with the recent changes from the NAR. There's definitely been some confusion among agents about what's required and how to adapt.
I've definitely heard that from other agents too. It's a little bit overwhelming.
So the article's buyer agreement questions. An AR lawyer has answers and want to amend a buyer agreement. An AR lawyer explains how, really shed some light on the situation.
These articles feature Leslie Muchow, who is the NAR's general counsel, and she really lays it out in a clear and concise way.
Yeah, and she emphasizes some really important points, like the fact that buyer agreements must be in writing and signed before any showings, even virtual ones.
No more casual house hunting, it seems.
Right, and the agent's compensation has to be clearly stated, and she uses this phrase, objectively ascertainable.
Objectively ascertainable, what does that even mean?
It means that your compensation can't be vague or open to interpretation. It has to be a specific percentage or dollar amount that both you and the buyer understand and agree to.
That makes sense. So no more sliding scales or fuzzy language when it comes to compensation.
Right. It's all about transparency and protecting both parties involved.
Muchow also addresses the issue of amendments to buyer agreements.
And she makes it clear that you can amend an agreement, but not just to match another agent's offer. There has to be a legitimate reason for the change, and it needs to be documented and agreed upon by both the agent and the buyer.
Okay, so what about touring agreements? Are those still a viable option?
Yeah. Muchow says you can use touring agreements, but they still have to include all the essential details about compensation, just like a regular buyer agreement.
Got it. So how about this? Should agents be sharing their buyer agreements with the listing brokers?
Generally, no. Muchow advises against that due to confidentiality concerns.
It sounds like these new guidelines really emphasize clarity and professionalism throughout the entire process.
Absolutely. And it's important to remember that specific requirements can vary by state. So always consult with your broker if you have any questions.
This is a great reminder for all of us to stay informed and adapt to the evolving legal landscape of the industry.
Now, how about you? How has your approach to buyer agreements evolved since the NAR settlement? Have you faced any challenges or had any successes in implementing these new guidelines?
Let's continue this conversation in the comments because sharing our experiences can really help us all learn and grow together.
Absolutely. And while we're talking about things that are always on agents' minds, let's tackle the elephant in the room, commissions.
Commissions are a sensitive topic, and I know a lot of agents are concerned about downward pressure on commission rates, especially in light of the NAR settlement.
It's a valid concern, but the article, Commissions Rebound Following Post-Settlement Decline, actually offers some encouraging news.
Oh, really? I was under the impression that commissions were steadily declining.
Well, it turns out that's not entirely true. Two recent studies by Account Tech and Redfin both found that commission rates have largely rebounded to pre-settlement levels.
Wow, that's surprising. So it sounds like the market might be self-correcting in some ways.
Yeah, it's interesting because while the overall average commission rate has stabilized, there are some fascinating trends emerging.
Like what?
Well, both studies found that commissions on higher-priced homes are actually trending downwards, while commissions on homes under $500,000 are experiencing a slight increase.
Huh. That's an interesting dynamic.
Yeah.
It seems like those market forces like inventory levels, interest rates, and buyer demand are playing a significant role in shaping commission trends.
For sure, agents need to stay informed about these factors and be prepared to adapt their strategies accordingly.
That's a great point. Understanding your local market is crucial. You can't rely on national averages or industry trends.
Right. And it highlights the importance of specialization. Again, agents who have deep knowledge of a particular market segment are better equipped to navigate these fluctuations and advise their clients effectively.
Now, I'm curious, have any of you noticed changes in commission rates in your local markets? And what strategies are you using to navigate commission discussions with your clients? Let's get a conversation going in the comments.
It's all about sharing our experiences and learning from each other. So chime in and let us know what you're seeing out there.
We'll be back with more insights and trends in part 2 of our deep dive, so stay tuned.
All right, welcome back to our deep dive into the strategies that can help you rock your real estate business in 2025.
We're excited to be back and ready to uncover even more insights and trends.
Before we move on, I just want to echo what you said earlier about sharing experiences in the comments.
Yeah, absolutely. We love hearing from you and learning from your insights and challenges.
It's all about building a community of support and knowledge sharing.
Okay, so let's dive into another fascinating trend that's creating new opportunities for agents, multi-generational living.
You get it, multi-generational living. It's not just a trend, it's a demographic shift that's reshaping the housing market.
The article 28 Real Estate Niches Brimming with Potential really highlighted this as a potential gold mine for agents.
And it makes sense. I mean, with rising housing costs and longer lifespans, we're seeing more families choosing to live together under one roof.
So what does that mean for real estate agents?
It means understanding the needs of these multi-generational households and being able to find homes that offer both togetherness and privacy.
Okay, so we're not talking about families squeezing into cramped quarters.
No, not at all. Think flexible floor plans, in-law suites, separate living spaces, even properties with multiple master bedrooms.
It's about finding creative solutions that accommodate the needs of multiple generations.
Right, and agents who specialize in this niche need to be a bit of a design consultant as well as a real estate expert.
Yeah, I can see that they need to be able to envision how a space can be adapted to meet the unique needs of a multi-generational family.
And the marketing material should reflect this expertise, showcase homes that are ideal for multi-generational living, highlight the benefits of this lifestyle.
It's not just about selling a house, it's about selling a lifestyle that meets the needs of a growing segment of the population.
Now, while we're on the topic of demographics, let's not forget about the empty nesters.
The empty nesters, another often overlooked but highly valuable demographic.
Absolutely. As their children move out, many empty nesters are looking to downsize or relocate.
They're ready for a new chapter in their lives.
Exactly. They might be interested in a chic condo in a vibrant downtown area, a charming bungalow in a peaceful retirement community, or even a property in a new location that offers a change of pace.
So how do you reach this audience effectively? I imagine traditional marketing methods might not be as effective.
You're right. It's about being strategic. Consider sponsoring events geared towards seniors partnering with retirement communities, or focusing your online advertising on areas with a high concentration of empty nesters.
Those are great ideas. It's all about tailoring your approach to the specific needs of your target audience.
Now let's talk about a niche that some agents might shy away from: FSBOs, or for sale by owner listings.
I can see why some agents might be hesitant. It can feel like an uphill battle trying to convince someone who's determined to sell their home themselves.
I get it. But it's a mistake to dismiss FSBOs altogether. They can be a valuable source of leads if you approach them strategically.
So what's the key to working with FSBOs?
Remember, many FSBO sellers are motivated by saving on commission fees, but they often underestimate the complexities of the selling process.
That's where a skilled agent can really shine.
Exactly. By demonstrating your expertise, market knowledge, and negotiation skills, you can convince FSBO sellers that you're worth the investment.
It's about building relationships and showcasing your value, just like with any other client.
Speaking of building relationships, let's talk about another niche that requires a special touch: military families and veterans.
These individuals face unique challenges when buying or selling a home, and they need an agent who understands their specific needs.
Relocation is common for military families, and they often have to make quick decisions based on deployments and assignments.
They need an agent who can help them navigate the process smoothly and efficiently.
Right, and someone who understands the nuances of VA loans and other military-specific programs.
The articles we've been discussing today offer some inspiring examples of agents who are serving this niche exceptionally well.
Absolutely, and the NAR's efforts to protect wildfire victims highlight the importance of being a resource for clients who may be dealing with relocation or displacement due to unforeseen circumstances.
These are powerful examples of how agents can go beyond the transaction and become true advocates for their clients.
If you're considering specializing in serving military families and veterans, I highly recommend obtaining the Military Relocation Professional MRP certification from the NAR.
It's a great way to demonstrate your commitment to understanding their unique needs.
Now let's shift gears and talk about something that applies to every agent regardless of their niche: the importance of ongoing education and personal development.
It's so easy to get caught up in the day-to-day grind, but it's crucial to make time for learning and growth.
Absolutely. The real estate landscape is constantly changing, and the agents who thrive are those who are constantly seeking new knowledge and skills.
The article Watch How Mindset and Mindfulness Can Change Your Real Estate Business, RISMedia, really drives this point home.
Heather Haas, the expert featured in that article, encourages agents to be lifelong learners.
She believes that mindset and mindfulness in business require always reassessing where you're at and actively seeking out opportunities for growth.
It's about cultivating a growth mindset and a thirst for knowledge.
And Marlene Cedino's story from the new college grad earns $565K. Using these two key strategies article is a testament to the power of investing in yourself.
She credits much of her success to her decision to invest in coaching from the very beginning of her career.
Coaching can provide that guidance, accountability, and support you need to stay focused and motivated.
Now let's talk about another essential aspect of building a successful real estate business: networking.
Networking is crucial in any industry, but it's especially important in real estate.
It's all about building relationships both online and offline.
Heather Haas in the RISMedia article emphasizes the importance of creating authentic connections.
It's not about collecting business cards or amassing followers. It's about building genuine relationships that can lead to referrals, partnerships, and collaborations.
And remember, networking isn't just about what you can get. It's also about what you can give.
Be generous with your time, knowledge, and resources, and be willing to help others succeed.
It's about building a community of support and collaboration.
Now let's circle back to the topic of buyer agreements. We've discussed the new guidelines and the importance of clear communication, but there's another aspect we haven't touched on yet: the psychological impact of these agreements.
That's an interesting angle. I hadn't really thought about it that way.
The way we present these agreements to buyers can significantly impact their perception of the process and their willingness to work with us.
So it's not just about the legal language, it's about how we frame the conversation.
Exactly. Instead of presenting the buyer agreement as a hurdle or a formality position, is a tool that protects both parties and ensures a smooth and transparent transaction.
That's a much more positive and collaborative approach.
And remember, transparency is key. Explain the terms of the agreement clearly and concisely, and be prepared to answer any questions the buyer may have.
It's about building trust and establishing a foundation of open communication from the very beginning.
Now I want to highlight a specific strategy from the new college grad earns $565K. Using these two key strategies, article that really resonated with me, Marlene Cedino's approach to cold calling.
Cold calling can be so daunting, so I'm definitely intrigued to hear about her approach.
Her technique is brilliant in its simplicity. Instead of pushing for a yes right away, she invites her leads to say no.
Wait, what? She encourages them to reject her.
In a way, yes. By giving them permission to say no, she actually disarms them and makes them more receptive to her message.
That's fascinating. So it's about taking the pressure off, making the interaction feel more comfortable and less confrontational.
Exactly.
Yeah.
She might start a call by saying something like, Bob, oh my gosh, you're probably going to hate me if I told you I was a realtor calling. Would you hang up on me?
That's so clever.
Yeah.
It's disarming, humorous, and it immediately puts the lead at ease.
Right. It takes the sting out of the cold call and turns it into a more human and relatable interaction.
By giving them permission to say no, she's actually increasing her chances of building rapport and ultimately earning their business.
It's a great reminder that sometimes the most effective strategies are the ones that focus on human connection and genuine interaction.
All right, let's take a moment to recap the key takeaways from this part of our deep dive.
First, we explored the power of niche specialization, focusing on the growing trends of multi-generational living and the needs of empty nesters.
We also discussed the often overlooked potential of FSBO listings and the importance of understanding and serving the unique needs of military families and veterans.
And we emphasized the essential role of ongoing education, personal development, and networking in building a successful and fulfilling real estate career.
We also delved deeper into the complexities of buyer agreements, exploring both the legal requirements and the psychological impact of these agreements on clients.
And finally, we learned from Marlene Cedino's innovative approach to cold calling, which highlights the power of human connection and disarming authenticity.
That was a lot of ground we covered, but it's all incredibly valuable.
And don't forget to share your thoughts and experiences in the comments. We want to hear from you.
And we're back for the final part of our deep dive, where we're looking at the trends and strategies that are going to shape the real estate world in 2025 and beyond.
We've talked a lot about adapting to change, and I think this last part is where we really see those changes in action.
Absolutely. We're talking about innovation opportunity and the forces that are reshaping the real estate landscape.
And it all starts with technology. I mean, technology is revolutionizing every aspect of buying and selling homes, and its influence is only going to grow.
It's not just about having a fancy website or posting on social media anymore. It's about leveraging technology to streamline processes, enhance the client experience, and really gain that competitive edge.
Exactly. The Article 28 real estate niches, brimming with potential, really highlights how technology is creating new niches.
Like what?
Well, think about the rise of smart homes. It's not just a novelty anymore. Buyers are actively seeking out homes with integrated technology, and agents who can speak to those features fluently are going to be in high demand.
It's like having a secret weapon in your marketing arsenal. Imagine walking a client through a home and showing them how they can control the lighting, temperature, and security systems from their smartphone.
Right. It's a huge selling point, and it's not just about the wow factor. Technology can also streamline the entire transaction process, making it more efficient and transparent for everyone involved.
From virtual tours and online document signing to sophisticated CRM systems and AI-powered tools, technology is changing the game.
And this is where that concept of mindset that we talked about earlier becomes even more crucial.
How so?
Are you embracing these technological advancements? Are you willing to learn new systems, explore innovative platforms, and adapt your approach to leverage the power of technology?
That's a challenge for all of us, myself included. It's easy to get comfortable with the way we've always done things, but in today's rapidly evolving market, complacency can be costly.
You got it. It's not about becoming a tech guru overnight. It's about being open to new ideas, willing to experiment, and constantly seeking ways to integrate technology into your business practices.
Okay, let's talk about another trend that's shaking things up, the rise of iBuyers.
iBuyers, those companies like Opendoor and Zillow offers that are offering homeowners a quick and convenient way to sell their homes, often for cash.
Yeah, I've heard a lot of mixed opinions about iBuyers. Some agents see them as a threat, while others view them as an opportunity.
I can see why there's apprehension. The iBuyer model is definitely disruptive, and it's changing the dynamics of the market.
So how can agents adapt to this new landscape?
Well, some agents are choosing to partner with iBuyers, acting as the local expert and facilitating the transaction.
That makes sense, especially in markets where iBuyers are particularly active.
Other agents are focusing on highlighting the value they bring to the table, that iBuyers can't replicate things like their negotiation skills, their ability to market a property effectively, and their deep understanding of the local market.
So it's about demonstrating that while iBuyers offer convenience, a skilled agent can often achieve a better outcome for the seller.
Exactly. The key is to understand the iBuyer model, its strengths and limitations, and then adjust your strategies accordingly. You can either join the wave or ride alongside it, but ignoring it is not an option.
This makes me think about the bigger picture of building a sustainable and fulfilling career in real estate. It's not just about closing deals. It's about finding a path that aligns with your values, your goals, and your vision for the future.
That's so important. And the article 83 Real Estate Quotes to Inspire, Motivate, and Drive Success in 2025 offers some great wisdom on that.
There's one quote that really resonated with me. It's from Sunday Adelaja, and he says, "A team is a reflection of its leader."
I love that quote. It applies not just to team leaders, but to every agent individually. We're all leaders of our own businesses, and the choices we make, the values we prioritize, and the energy we bring to our work will ultimately determine our success.
So what kind of leader are you? Are you setting a positive example for yourself and those around you? Are you committed to excellence, continuous learning, and ethical business practices?
Those are the qualities that will not only build a successful business, but a fulfilling career that you can be proud of.
We've covered a lot of ground in this deep dive, from niche specialization and technology to mindset and leadership. But ultimately, it all comes down to this: how can we use these insights to better serve our clients and build thriving businesses?
And that's the million-dollar question, right? But I think if we embrace these trends, stay informed, and never stop learning, we can navigate the ever-evolving world of real estate and achieve remarkable success.
As we wrap up this episode, I want to leave you with a final thought-provoking question. In light of everything we've explored, what one action will you take this week to level up your real estate business?
Will you dive deeper into a specific niche, explore a new technology platform, or connect with a mentor? The possibilities are endless, and the future of real estate belongs to those who are willing to embrace change, think creatively, and never stop learning.
Thank you so much for joining us on this deep dive into the world of real estate. We hope you found it valuable and inspiring.
And remember, we're all in this together, so keep sharing your experiences and insights in the comments because we can learn so much from each other.
Until next time, keep striving for excellence and never stop reaching for your goals.
If you're interested in your own personalized edition of The Wire, please visit us at thewire.fm/custom. We offer market-specific podcasts with all the latest real estate news and market analysis delivered to you weekly or monthly. Own your market with a personalized edition of The Wire, the week in real estate. Thank you for listening.